Communication is important, and some might ask how important. In aviation, it can mean life or death.
In mathematics and engineering, it can mean failure of a product.
Across the board, communication is vital in almost every profession, and today we are going to indulge in three specific ones: aviation, business, and aerospace.
The use of communication and public speaking in aviation, business, and aerospace careers is crucial for the workplace.
Hey guys, today I'd like to talk about the business, communication, and speaking skills inside that specific line of work, which is the business world. First, I'd like to talk about some qualities that you need in the business world. One is persuasion, two is leadership, three is teamwork. And here I'm going to throw out some examples too. Imagine you're pitching an idea to a client. You're in a team meeting at the corporation you work at. You're doing sales, selling something to somebody. These are all very important parts of the business world. And another thing is having a professional delivery, just professionalism in general. It is hand in hand of career advancement, and the more successful you become, the more professional it also becomes. Also, Chapter 29 in public speaking says, of a pocket guide to public speaking, says focusing on tailoring the message and being clear and concise is extremely important, along with being confident, having structure, and your tone is all essential in a business setting. Next, I'd like to talk about aviation communication needs. Pilots have a very serious job. They need to talk to air traffic control, so communication is vital. And communication involving pilots is usually under pressure, and you have lots of key tasks you need to be doing, like pre-flights, checking the weather, checking the wind, checking all these other things, and you also need to be aware of FAA standards while you're flying, and that also goes hand in hand with communicating to the tower. There's lots of stress, and then one of the more important things is to have accuracy and clarity in the words you're saying, because that can change whether an accident happens or not. And then finally, miscommunication is a risk to safety, and pilots should have a leadership tone and a calm presence while on the job.
And on my side, I'm talking about more of aerospace and the preparation of public speaking in aerospace specifically. And so, what you really need is, for support, good observations, proofs, theorems, and different experiments, and always clearly explain any terms at just a proper level for the audience, depending on how much they know or don't know, if it's online or if it's to a crowd of other scientists. And be very selective with your details. You never want to have anything that's too off topic and things that just don't really work with other things that you're talking about. And then you always want to use well executed aids that are never too redundant or too distracting to your audience, but also, if they need it, always have it there. And finally, on my part, the relation of public speaking in aerospace careers. For this, I pulled a quote from an article from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Aerospace engineers must be able to explain, both orally and in writing, the details of their designs. They may need to convey information to a variety of audiences, including non-technical ones. The first sentence just kind of gives that support of the importance of public speaking in these careers, and especially for engineers. It specifies, and then it even goes back to what I was talking about for the audience's level of prior knowledge on what you're talking about and how it can vary.
The importance of communication is unmatched, regardless of the job, and it is one of the most divine gifts that humans possess.
Whether it's talking to air traffic control or asking a colleague about an equation, communication is everywhere, and we hope all can apply this speech to improve communication.